Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video here, we got this 2006 DURAMAX, so an Lbz, and we're just doing some EFI Live and a Dsp5 install. So let's get her done. So we got our switch here from SoCal Diesel. Where I like to mount them is right in here beside the steering column. This panel is pretty easy to get off. So all you do is you're gonna have to turn the key on, drop the shifter down into manual first. If there's any like accessories or anything in the way, you gotta take those off. This should come with it. But yeah, just start pulling it gently and it'll pop off. Right like that. Tip the steering wheel down. There we go. So you can see right in here, there's a nice pocket. So you don't have to remove this, you don't have to do any of that. You just drill your hole in here and mount the switch that way. And then the cord can run down between the steering column here, come out the bottom, and then there's a grommet up in behind this fuse panel here that you run it through. So I'll take you to the engine bay and show you where that grommet is. So down in there, right here, is the grommet you're looking for. That is the one there that you want to poke a hole through, but you have to be careful because there's a wiring harness that runs through here. So I've had customers before that have installed, and they have sliced a bunch of wires in this wiring harness. You don't want to do that. So if you're cutting with a knife, it is best to have the blade facing up and not down. So that's the grommet we're looking for. And then also, you want to find your ECM. Most DURAMAXes, ECMs are right here, right under the battery. So you have your two connectors, one here, one there. I believe we use the lower one for the Dsp5 switch. But I'll get to that in a couple minutes. But first we're gonna get this hole in here and get our wire ran through the firewall. So just again, when you're cutting, keep your blade up, and then you will be sure not to cut the wires. You'll want to cut like an X pattern in it, or like an X shape, so then it'll open up when we go to slide it through. And once you got your hole cut, you can take a piece of, this is just CN4 brake line, stick it through, and you can use that this to fish it through. So you can see our brake line coming through right here. So that'll help us fish the wires through that grommet. And to attach that, so what you want to do is you just kind of loop the wires over the piece of brake line, wrap them with electrical tape. You want to wrap the ends where the pins are as well, just in case they catch the rubber on the firewall and pulls them off. So now that we have that through there, come back around to the firewall and just slowly pull it through. there we go. Now on this truck, there's 2 ECM connectors. Where your pins for your switch are going to go in is this big one. So to undo those, there's basically just this handle that you spin, which pushes these 2 tabs out. So for this truck being an Lbz, you need the 06 to 10 ECM. So the red wire in connector 1 at location 46, the black wire into connector 1 at pin 54. So to find those, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but the connectors are labeled. So there's a tiny little 1 in that corner, and a tiny little 24 in that corner, and a tiny 73 in that corner, and a tiny 96 in that top corner. So we have to find pin 46, which should be empty. And we have to pop the back off of the connector here so we can get into the harness end. All right, so now we got the back of the connector off, which is not too hard. There's just 2 little tabs, 1 on each side, that you just kind of pry out with a little screwdriver. And this purple piece is the retainer in the connector. So the pins we want are pins 46 and 54. So I marked them with a white paint marker just so we can see where they are. So to get this purple tab out, all you really do is take a screwdriver, push it that way, like push it out of the connector, and then once it's moving, just pulls out. So set that up there for now. And number 46 is the red wire. So it is the 2nd row down, 3rd pin over. So these are shaped a certain way. And when you have it incorrectly, it'll clip in. So the flat edge will go toward the center of the 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 3rd one over, push it in, and right there you'll hear like a little audible click, and give the wire a little tug, and it is in there secure, not going to come out. And then pin 54 is the next row down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up from the bottom. That one's a little trickier to see. So you just kind of pull the wires back a little bit. Scrape the crud out of there if there is any. So you can count from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this purple wire right here, this purple wire is the 6th one over. So there should be an empty slot right beside it, which there is. So then you just take your black wire, same deal, the flat surface goes towards the other row of wires beside it, and it'll just slide in and keep feeding it in. It gets a little stiff, but it'll go. Until you hear an audible click, give it a little tug, and they are in there. So now you take your purple tab. It only goes in one way. There's a ridge on the bottom of it that goes toward the wire side of the connector. So just push that in. That'll lock in. Take the top of your connector, put the top of it down first. Make sure the lock is fully up and the tabs are out. That'll click. Just make sure these will work. These are good. So now you can get a small zip tie and put around this tab around the harness so it's back to how it was in factory. that just keeps everything from moving around and keeps the wires straight and has less strain on them. There we go, we got our ECM plug back in. All the extra slack, I usually pull it up inside of the cab and zip tie it up underneath the dash somewhere. So everything under the hood's all good. So let's go back inside and get to installing the switch. And there we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you have to put your trim back together and loop the cord around and zip tie it on the inside of the up under the kick panel, and then you're good to go. All right, so there we go. We got our dash back together. Switch is installed. Wires are tidied up. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Found it handy in installing a DSP5 on your LBZ. So like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, got any questions or anything like that, we will get back to you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.